Hello everyone, it's Pat here at Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to talk about making these tile bracelets. They look really nice stacked together with two, and you could also put maybe a beaded bracelet in between to separate them, which would also look really good. So we've made this up into a kit as well, so if you're interested in making these, you might want to go for the kit. I've got it in the pink color, like this one. And we've also got the turquoise color, this one. And you get enough beads to make two bracelets in the kit. So let's get started and I'll show you how they're made. I'm using Opelon, which is a very stretchy thread to work with. And I've cut two pieces of cord that are 0.4 centimeters, 0.4 of a meter long. So here we are with our two pieces of cord, and I use the big eye needle. I've got two of them because I'm going to work with the two cords at the same time. So I've got one already strung up here. I'll bring this into the picture, and I'll show you what these big eye needles look like too. They come in a piece like this. So what happens with the big eye is that it's open in the center and it's fused on both ends. Very nice to work with. So I'm going to hook on one needle onto one cord, of course, and one needle onto the other cord. And this time I'm going to work with the pink tone beads. So I'm going to reverse this around because I want to start with a black bead. Now the reason to start with a black bead is that I'm working with black cord, and when I come around to tie these cords together, I'm going to be able to tie them next to the black bead, and it won't show as much. So we'll just take some of our beads here. These are Tila beads, and then the others are a little half bead that come in strands. So I'll do that, and then the ivory color, and another pink one, and then the ivory color, and then we go into the bronze color in the Tila bead. So that's that first little section there. So I'm going to go ahead with the big eye needle, and I'll string up that many. Now it's an advantage to only string up just a few at a time because you don't want to get too far ahead, and then it's too hard to match up the other side, because when you try to thread the second side, if you've already threaded the first side, you could end up knocking the beads off on the first side. And that does sound like I've had that experience, and yes, I have. So it's much easier to work with the two needles and kind of work together. Okay, so I recommend again to use a fairly long tail so that they don't go off the other end, about a 4-inch tail. Let's pull these on like that, all the way down, and leave, as I say, around a 4-inch tail here, so that a little bit more maybe. Okay, so that's one side strung, and then I'm going to go in with my second needle, and we'll go into the second side here. The other advantage of stringing both sides at the same time is that it's less likely you're going to miss a bead as you're going along, because you kind of check each little section after you've done it. I've got that many. I'm just missing my bronze color here. There we go. So now I've got that onto the second side. I'll tug that through. If you find that it's a little bit hard to get it through, you can always use a pair of pliers to help bring the needle through. Okay, so that's equal to this part of the turquoise one that I've already got strung up. So you continue with the two needles and doing about 5 or 6 beads each time, and get as much length as you need. And remember the black bead to start, so that when you go to tie it, we've got that black bead to tie against. So I'm going to pass this one away, and I'm going to show you how I would tie the bracelet at the end. So I've left fairly long tails here because it's much easier to tie if you have longer tails. So we'll bring this side and this side that are both on the top, as you see here, bring them together. And Opelon can tie without using glue. I mean, glue will help to make an even stronger bond, but you don't absolutely need glue with Opelon. So that's why I chose the Opelon for this project. Give it a good hard tug, and I do 3 or 4 knots. And it does also nest right in together, so that it doesn't need to be a big lump of cord there. So then we'll go to the other side here, sort out. I've got this one, and this one here is the other side. So this is the 2 from the other side, and again, we'll do the same sort of knot, go over about 3 to 4 times, just a really good solid knot. Then when I'm ready to cut these off, it doesn't hurt to maybe just leave a little bit of a tail, so that they don't just keep a good tug each time, so that we'll have this soft Opelon nesting right into the other side. So like that. So that's pretty sturdy. Whoops, I've gone and tied, I think I've tied both at the same side. I have not tied that one. Okay, I missed tying one, so we'll do another knot here with this one. And these knots, as I say, they do nest in really nicely, so you're not going to have a problem with your knot showing. It is possible to tie some of the knot inside the black bead, but it can break the bead as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.